This is Meri at TheMeriAtelier, and I'm live again. I've been having some issues signing on this morning. They said there was no sound, so I'm waiting for some folks to come in, find my stream, and come in. In the meantime, I'll get set up over here. Hold the phone. I don't know what's going on with that other phone. Something's not working. Well, I don't see anybody in here, but I'm going to sit here for a bit and see if folks come in. I hope I have it set on public. Oh, there's Arlene. Hi, Arlene. Good. Now I know I'm live. I don't know how this phone that I'm streaming with now is going to work. We're going to try it. This is the phone that I dropped, and the Zoom is weird. Good morning. Good morning. Yay for sound. Thank you guys for your patience. Arlene is here. Let's see. Is there anybody else in here? Let me set up the chat so it'll actually scroll. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I see 3 people in here. Arlene, and I know I'm in here. And somebody else is up in the balcony. That's okay. Well, goodness sakes, what a way to start Christmas. Today is December 25th. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I have not been streaming this week, so things have kind of piled up. I have a box here for, I think this is from Rebecca. Let me check for sure. My brother brought it in yesterday. Yeah, this is an auction haul from Rebecca. Let me set it aside here. There we go. Project events. Looks creepy? What looks creepy? Project events. What looks creepy? I don't know what you're talking about. And then I have a box here. I'm not sure what's in there. That's an Amazon order. Hi, Marilyn Homestead. Welcome in, welcome in. And I've got Happy Mail here from Lindy. And I think that's a small auction. And here's a, but I had a whole bunch of cards. Where's my cards? I don't know. Good morning, good morning. And I've got my birds. I've got more Happy Mail someplace, you guys. I don't know where it's at. Let me get the birds off the desk. I might have to find my Happy Mail and open it in another session, because I'm not going to go searching. Now, I've already had enough of a disruption. I got some Christmas cards from somebody. This is from Kimberly. Good morning, everybody. Merry Christmas. Hi, Brenda. Merry Christmas to you. Good morning, good morning. Let's open Kimberly's present. She was in here. Is she in here yet? Maybe I'll start with Lindy. She was in here in my other stream. I had to end my other stream because I have no sound. I have no sound. I was talking, but nobody was hearing. Oh dear. Merry Christmas, everybody. All right, this was a small auction order from Lindy Kay and Sean. I think this was from their pajama party that they had not too long ago. And let's see. This is a brass something or other. Oh, I think it's like a laundry tag or a cow tag or a dog tag. It's a tag, PLBG. And it's got 167 on it. That's for mixed media. This is to hold everything. Got some tickets in an envelope. Let me refresh my chat here. About the time I got a ad when I was refreshing chat. There we go. Good morning. I hope that you are all having a very good Christmas morning. You have a cup of coffee and all settled in underneath the tree. This is a beautiful envelope with beautiful tickets in there. Beautiful tickets of every color. We've got white and pink and blue and green and red. But it's a pretty envelope. It's made out of ledger paper. I might use the envelope in my journal. And then in here we have, can this be opened? This is sealed like at a store. I'm not sure. Well, there was a card. I wonder how she did that. Here? It almost looks like it was purchased at a store. It's all sealed up, but it looks like ephemera in there, like a button, and it says thank you on there. And this says to very something other. I can't read it through the... There's a little bead. I bet this was purchased. I don't see an opening. I'm going to have to cut it. Let's cut it very, very thin here. See if I can get my... Well, I have some more cards, Christmas cards, but I must have left them out in the other room. I have so much to go through here. I have not been in here for almost a week. It's been a very busy, we've been very busy. I've been to town a couple times by myself, and my brother has been to town a couple times, and I went with him. He had some business to tend to, and I'm his ears. I go with him because he doesn't always hear and understand things. Well, I guess I'm going to have to do better than that. It's black on black. I want to open it very narrow so I can seal it up again if I want. And I got my new art journaling magazine. I think I get one more issue. Sometime last year, Legia, bless her heart. Hi, Dee Dee. Welcome in, Miss Dee Dee. The envelope will be a great journal pocket. Yeah. What did I do with it? I put it up here. It'll make a really nice journal pocket, Christmassy. Dee Dee was on yesterday morning was it Danita that was with you? I couldn't stay. I had to hurry off. I had some things I had to do before all the stores closed. And it was kind of fun being out yesterday morning because there were a lot of people out. I'm trying to cut this very, very thin. There were a lot of people out doing their last minute shopping, and everybody that I saw seemed to be in such a good mood. There was a lot of just people would smile at me more than normal. Well, I'm not having a good luck here. Let's just cut it, Dee Dee says. Dee Dee says, Meri, just cut it. I was going to split it open like an envelope. And I don't see here where there's it's sealed down here. I'm maybe not even have a good luck doing this. I might have to cut the whole bottom piece off here. Let's see if I can get in there. And I think it's all sealed. That's why I can't get my scissors in there. I'm going to have to cut it. Pooey, I didn't want to do that. All right, let's see what's in here. Woo! There's beads, a card, two playing cards, and this is from Lindy. A journaling card. Is there more than one here? There's more than one. Two journaling cards. This says, let your light shine. This little light of mine. And the 10 of hearts and the 9 of clubs. I think this was a thank you because it says thank you on there. I don't know if I purchased this or if it was a thank you. And there's a little, this is a little stamp. I don't know what it is. It doesn't say on the back. And this is a little stamp. Looks like, oh, the beads are running away. I don't know what it is. It looks like wings, but I don't think it's wings. Some little beads in here. Let's put all of this in here, starting with the beads that like to roll up my desk. Little puzzle piece, colorful puzzle piece. This says, 2 of you. I've been eating enough for 2 of you. I was at the store yesterday, the grocery store. My brother wanted some cream soda. My brother wanted some, not cream soda. My brother wanted some root beer, A&W root beer. And I was at the grocery store. And of course, you know, the aisles were crowded, and it was crowded right where the A&W root beer was. And so I just reached up and grabbed, it said 2 for $4. And I said, well, that's a pretty good price. And so I grabbed them, put them in my cart, and went on my merry way, bought all my groceries, came home, unpacked it, and I looked at it and go, boy, that's pretty thin for root beer. So I went in the room where he was in there working his crossword puzzle, and I said, do you like cream soda? He just looked at me. I said, I goofed. I bought cream soda instead of root beer. Oh, lucky for me, he does drink cream soda. He won't stick his nose up at it. He'll drink it. But because, you know, I was in kind of a hurry, and not in a hurry, but you know, there's people all around you. And all right, this all came from Lindy. I'm going to put it all right, except for this. I'm going to keep this out for next. Well, I might as well keep that out too. Anyway, Anyway, he got cream soda for Christmas. Feels like there's something else, and maybe that's just the label. That's just the label. It stiffens it. It felt like there was another piece in there. I'm not going to put it in there. So, I don't know what I did with those cards. Maybe as I'm moving around here, I'll find it. I'm going to put this in my... Well, I'll put it right there. Let me look at chat. Arlene says, Hi, Brooke. Hi, Brooke. Lawrence. She says, good morning, everyone. Merry Christmas. I got up so I could start today's drawing session. I rediscover oil pastels. Oh, cool. Rediscovering and reusing some of your art supplies. That's a good thing to do. Kimberly says, oh, good, we're back in business. And that's, Kimberly, you popped in right at the right time because I'm going to open your gift here. Bless your heart for sending this. Thank you so much. I have more Happy Mail. I have a stack of cards, but I obviously didn't get them in here this morning. It's Christmas. I'm slow on the go. I've had my coffee and I like to buy these Danish that are cream cheese Danishes. Oh, there's a bead running away here. Let me put them in the drawer. And I had one of those already this morning. Oh, and I was at the grocery store yesterday, and my brother, the only reason I went to the grocery store because my brother wanted root beer. I had to go to the post office. I mailed Lala's book that she won. And my brother said, well, as long as you're in town, would you get me some root beer? So, and it was getting late, and I knew that the stores typically close around 12 on Christmas Eve day. And so I was kind of in a hurry. And that root beer, those two bottles put together were dark color. I'm wondering, that looks like the bottom there. Oh, it opens here. I love these boxes that open this way. What did she do? It says Season's Greetings. Here's, let's look at the card from Kimberly. Bless your heart, Kimberly. Merry Christmas, Meri and brother. I'm wishing you both a happy and healthy year ahead, Kimberly. Oh, thank you. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to save that for my... No, I should probably put it in my Happy Mail. And she put some padding in there. And what is this? Oops, be careful, Meri. Oh. Oh. Aw, Kimberly. You're too sweet. What did she do? Did I get it all? No, there's a little Santa Claus in here. Aw, he's cute. And look at, I think he goes on here. Does he go on here? Look what she did. She spelled Meri. Aw. Does this Santa Claus go on? And what is this? Oh, it's some Christmas trim. Did you make this or did you buy it? Oh, wow. It's a big piece of it. Wow, how cool. How cool is that? I'm going to put it out here for now. And I'm going to leave my little Meri. I guess I should zoom in a little so you guys can see, but I'm going to do a thrift haul here in a minute. I'm wondering if this Santa Claus doesn't go on here. I think I'm going to glue him on there. I have some glossy accent here. I would zoom in. Now, you guys, this is the camera. This is the phone where the zoom wasn't working, and now I think it's working, but I'm not sure. But I'm kind of afraid to mess with it. I'm kind of online because if I had trouble with the sound on. Yeah, I think that Santa Claus was right here. Let's see if I can put him back on here. Aw. Thank you so much, Kimberly. This is so sweet. A little brush tree. And the blocks spell out Meri. And I'll bet she made this. I'm going to put it out over here while Santa is drying his feet. Let me take a minute and look at chat. As soon as I get the needle back in this. I think I'm going to have to make an appointment with the eye doctor. I don't want to do that. And then got to make a dentist appointment in the new year, the eye doctor. Things. Let me refresh my chat here and see what you guys are talking about. Are you talking? Let's see. Chat. Did Dee Dee pop back in? All messages. Dee Dee's here. She says, looks vintage. The trim, it's really cool. Or the blocks. I love that block there with the Santa Claus. I might just leave him out all year. I will keep Christmas in my heart all year. This looks like it's been crocheted. I don't know. The top up here looks purchased, and it looks like they crocheted inside of it and then made their this part, the green and the trim here, the tassels look almost like they've been crocheted into a piece of trim, and it looks like it's been sewn together down here at the end, right here and right here. This is nice. I'll use that. All right. So, I was reading chat. Kimberly says, you're welcome. Dee Dee, it spent 4 days in D.C. Kimberly says, oops, Santa fell off. You can glue him back. I did. He's sitting over there. He's drying his feet. Hi, Crafting. Crafting House. Oh, that's Kitty Jen. Hi, Jen. I'm having a little bit of trouble seeing the text on this tablet. It's not as easy to read as my phone. Kimberly says, good morning, Jen. Merry Christmas. Arlene says, good morning, Jen. Jen says, hi, all. Merry Christmas, Kitty Jen. Well, let's see. Oh, that's vintage cloth. Oh, well, that's cool. I will use that. I love the vintage. I love vintage. Let's see. Brenda Ashford popped in. Hi, Brenda. Merry Christmas, lady. She says hello to Dar and Dee Dee and Kimberly and Arlene and Brooke and Brenda. Brenda, we got two Brendas in here. G3 Brenda, which I call just G3. G3, are you still doing your videos? Have I lost track of you? I haven't seen you doing a video for a long time. Are you still, were you the that would sit out in the car and talk to us? I can't remember. I haven't seen one of your videos in a long time. Dee Dee's laughing at Arlene. What did Arlene say? Dee Dee, I always want coffee. Denise will text me when she wants coffee. You know, I was thinking how fun it must be to have a crafting friend right near you, or your daughter, or, you know, your mother, or just I don't really have a crafting friend. And there are some people around me, but I think they're younger, and they're not into all of this. And you guys, I'll tell you, I got off on a spiel yesterday. It was an offline spiel. somebody popped onto where I showed I was talking about a sculpture project that I did not get. My life in the 1970s was so different than it is today. And I was attending the University of Nebraska, and I was taking a sculpture class. But about that time, some things happened in my life that I dropped out of the university, and I went to a business school. And I never got back to that project that I was working on, but my video, which was done by AI Dream Screen on YouTube, there's a challenge going on among some creators called Holiday and Shorts, where you're supposed to do a short. It doesn't have to be an AI short, but you do a short every day between I think the 12th and the 31st. So you're going to be seeing some more shorts from me. But I did that one kind of reminiscing, and I'm working with on the AI that when you see my face, if you have seen the short, when you see my face, that was a photograph of me that in order to get it looking like I was talking, I had to go photo to video. And sometimes when you do that, I notice my lips aren't in sync with the words. And, I don't blame myself for that, because to me, that's more of a technical issue in their AI processor. But I was happy enough with it to put it on there. And I worked really hard on that. I think I worked on that project over several days because there was a lot to learn. You don't see all the background learning. And I was learning different things along the way that was not associated with that project. So I was really deep into it for a couple days, just learning. But what really bothered me is some smart blankety blank. It's Christmas, Meri, don't say it. Anyway, got in there and said something to the effect that old people are using AI now, or something like that. And of course, he knew I was old because of my white hair and my, and I'm sitting there going, don't you have a life? Do you have to go around harassing old ladies? I blocked him. I just said, I'm not putting up with, it didn't bother me so much about the criticism of AI, but what really bothered me is that he called me old. And I am older, I'm in my 70s, but he said it in a very derogatory word, like, AI is only for young people. And I'm sitting there going, and truthfully, I think, I'm off on my AI kick here. I think that the people who have the most criticism of AI are the people who haven't used it. They criticize it not knowing what they're talking about. And I think if they really would get in there and try it and experiment with it and have fun with it, they'd have a whole different opinion. But he was hitting AI, but what really bothered me is he was calling me old. And I am old, but he said it in a derogatory term. And all day long I'm going, I'm old. Poor me. But age is a gift. It's a gift to get old. I'm going to jump on to a different podium here and get off of AI and talk about age. If you are fortunate enough to live into your senior years, count yourself blessed. There's a lot of challenges with getting old. You have a lot of health issues and, financial issues and family issues. But you have issues when you're younger too. Problems of life, challenges. But if you are blessed enough to reach your senior years, count yourself blessed and fortunate, because not everybody gets to be old. And you have to change your whole frame of thought. And when people come on and, talk down to you and be derogatory and just kick them out of your life. You don't need that stuff. You got enough other stuff to deal with. You don't need that stuff in your life. And so I blocked him. And he sounded so arrogant. He said, I don't know how your stream landed on my page. And I'm sitting there going, oh, I didn't put it there. I just see this, I see him, the person as he was male, obviously. I think he was male. And he was probably in his 20s or mid-20s. And he was probably a little good looking and probably arrogant about it. Oh, I don't know how in the world did this crappy old lady land on my page. I go, well, maybe YouTube was harassing you for harassing me. All right, let's go read chat. Did Dar pop in? Let's see, what are you talking about? Yeah. Arlene says, Jen, Kimberly made Meri with the letter blocks and decorate. I think this is good enough. I can turn it. Kimberly made this for me. Isn't this cute? It says Meri, and it's got a brush tree and a Santa Claus, and I'm going to call these ice skating rings. Just very, 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 very nice. This might be out all year. And this is just a piece of fabric, little paper scrap. Trolls will be trolls. I thought there was. Did you take care of him, Arlene, or did he just get tired and go away? Dee Dee says, I would have said, I don't know how a 12-year-old got on my... I didn't talk back to him. One I talked back earlier. Oh, it maybe be a couple months. But I talked, he said something about it was when I was doing the steampunk cat. And somebody popped on and criticized it. And I talked back to them. And then somebody else popped on with the same idea and said, oh, my little brother grabbed my phone. And I said, well, you keep that phone away from your little brother. But now I haven't seen the older brother or the older sister, or whoever it was. They haven't been back on my channel. So I think the little brother might have been them. I said, you're going to get yourself into trouble someday. And I didn't block them, but I did talk to them. I generally quit talking to people. I don't mind if people do not like AI. I really don't mind that. But when they come in and start criticizing me because I like it, I can't tolerate that on my channel. They're gone if they come in and start. I'm just not going to tolerate it. If you're against it, that's fine. That's your privilege. But don't come here, and you're not welcome to come here and criticize it on my channel. Keep your criticism to yourself, or go someplace else where you're more welcome. Sadly, some people have nothing better to do than leave obnoxious comments. And yeah, and I just don't get that. I don't get why they do that. Here's Angie's little bowl. I put my washi tape in it. Let's put this in there. Charm. And yeah, I don't get it either, Arlene. Brenda says, I have 5 or 6 Scrabble sets. We had a game night lock-in years ago. I thought about doing names or phrases with letter tiles. That's a good idea, Brenda. Go for it. I mean, well, you could, if you got 5 or 6 Scrabble sets, you can grab one and have fun with it. I think that's an excellent idea. So, Dee Dee, have you had Christmas at your house, or are you having Christmas today? Give me an AI alley cat any time of the day. I really like that cat. I've been playing a lot with AI, but I've also been doing a lot of reading about it, about the history of AI, and you know the history goes way back. I think his name is Markey or something like that. I can't remember the exact spelling of it. It starts with an M, and he's known as the father of AI. But before him was another guy who really kind of started the concept in the more modern sense, you know, in like the 1900s or 1910 or 20 up in there. And then Markey, I think, was in the 50s. Maybe Turing, Alan Turing was in the 30s, and I'm going to call him Markey. That's probably the wrong pronunciation of his name. He was in the 1950s. And, you know, it just amazes me. They had at Dartmouth College, they had a conference, and I think it was Markey who I could go get his name, but they organized a conference, an AI conference. It was the first conference at Dartmouth College. And it was very interesting to know that at that time, the conferences, they didn't issue a lot of papers and work and stuff like that is left for us to read. You know, 1950s, that's almost 75 years ago, you guys. It is 75 years ago. You know, that's almost history, isn't it? I mean, and but getting back to Turing, who was in the 1930s, even before him, we had people like Charles Babbage and Ada Lovelace was the first person to write instructions for a computer program. Charles Babbage was more computer related. It wasn't trying to get a software to think or to do things like we have generative AI now, where we could create our little steampunk cats. It was more, Babbage was more 1 + 1 = 2 type person, more mathematical calculations, not trying to get the AI to research databases and things like that. And it's very interesting to think about all the skepticism of AI today. And one thing I was reading about, because Lightstar 10, I think her name is, Lightstar 10, Lightyear 10, Lightstar 10, she had mentioned the AI bubble. And I'm going, what in the world is an AI bubble now? And so I kind of went and researched some of that because I'm interested in it. And that's more kind of like what we're in today, but it's more economic than, I mean, I guess it could be. There are a lot of people interested. She says, leave my hair alone. I'm going to redo her. I'm going to give her a new outfit. But, so I was researching the AI bubble, and there are all these big companies like Google and Metadata and Amazon, and I think there's about 4 other companies that have heavily invested in AI. There's a lot of data centers and things like that they're investing in. And, you know, investing always takes money. And so the AI bubble, I think, is more concerned about, are they going to get a return on their investment? And there's a lot of criticism that it's going to blow up in their faces somehow that way, skepticism. And so I mean, that's just my paraphrase of what I've read, my understanding of it. But, and we kind of are in an AI bubble where YouTube has given us the opportunity to do things on Dream Screen and in the shorts. It's kind of limited, but in a way, it's not limited in the fact that if you really wanted to get an AI processor, usually you have to buy a subscription, and then they only give you so many chances. And I'll tell you, I use up my chances real fast on YouTube. And my attitude is I can't invest my little Social Security money in an AI subscription that I would run it out in 2 hours. And so that's why I'm appreciative of what I have on the YouTube Shorts generator, because there's a lot of little quirky things in it, and like I was saying on my most recent one that I did with a picture of me talking, the word, my lips don't match the speech. And there's probably little things that you can do in your prompts to get it to work more. And that's one thing I'm going to be working on. But that's what I've been doing a lot. I mean, I can spend hours online just reading about this, just reading about it and exploring it because it interests me. It really does. It keeps my interest. Probably should come in here and do some art. All right. Arlene says, getting older truly is a blessing that not all experience. That is true. Life is a gift, and we don't ask to be born. We don't earn the right to live. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is well, I don't think we do. In another life, before we're born, we don't, at least to my knowledge, we don't say, hey, I did this, can I be born now? That's what I'm trying to say. So it's a gift. It's a gift. So, and I truly think that there's a lot of ageism out there, thinking about what that troll came in, and I don't really think he was a troll, though. He was just a very rude person. What is he doing going around harassing old ladies? Don't you have something better to do with your life? It's Christmas. All right, what else am I missing? Trolls will be trolls. Good for you, Meri. Crafting Jen says, Kimberly made, that's where they're talking about the Brenda. I've missed you, Kimberly says. I hope that you and the farm are doing well. Yeah, Brenda, where have you been? I want to talk a minute about the membership area. Maybe I'll, well, my one tap by, I think is up there. I don't think it's on my other phone. I want to do a lot more with the membership area. And if you're a member, on the post tab, I posted a project that we're going to be doing next year, starting in January. I'm going to do either a stream, and this will be for all members in both rooms. This won't be in one room or the other. And it's going to be a very simple project that can be done at your leisure. It isn't something, I think I learned from last year, not to put deadlines and do things in a month, do things in a week, do things in a year, because we never get it done. This is something that we can work on in the background, or you cannot work on it. And it's going to be very you-oriented. It isn't going to be, I'll show you what I'm doing, but I'm not going to say, okay, this is what we're going to do today. And, this is, it's something that's you inspired, not Meri inspired. And it'll be a very simple project, and you can work on it what I want to dwell on more is finishing up what we did last year. I've come to a standstill with my printer. I ordered some of that in my last live stream. I was talking about the problems I'm having with my printer. And as a result of that, I've ordered some, Becky was in here and she left a link to some fluid that you can put in. And I've been researching how to clean the clogged ink in my printer, because that's what happened. But I think that fluid is more for where the ink comes from the bottles and flows through the little tubes to wherever. I think that fluid is more for that. I think where my clog is happening is when I put my bottle on the nozzle, there's no ink in the little ink wells, and something is clogged in there. And I found another lady, so I'm kind of working on getting that, but if I can't get that going, I'm going to buy a new printer. Just because this one was not an up-to-date printer. It was a later, it was a older model when I bought it. But that's put me, excuse me for sneezing, that's put me on, it's delayed my sticker making. And it's put me on I don't want to use that. Let me get a towel. Oh, I got boxes in front of my towels. It's put me behind. And then the zines, I want to finish up the zines from last year, the Burr zines. But I also, all the new members that we've gotten, I want to have something for them. So I'm going to see if I have one tap by on this. If I have one tap by on this phone, I'll do a membership. If I don't have one tap by, I'm not going to go doing all the passwords and everything. Let's see if I can get in here and do one tap by. I'll buy some memberships. Oops, that's my printer set, my printer software. But as a result of researching all that printer stuff, I realized that printers can clog up, the ink dries up in them. All right, I need to go to YouTube, go to my channel, go to my live, turn my, I got sound now, but I don't know why I didn't get sound on this. And let's see if I have one tap by. If I don't have one tap by, I don't want to fool with it here. Let's buy some memberships. And let's do 5. No, I don't have one tap by here. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if I can do it. Not showing you my password. Oh. Hold on. I like the one tap by, but it's on that phone. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting my password right. I'll have to buy memberships on when this phone up here that I'm filming with is available. Oh, let's see. What else is out there? Jen popped in. Brenda is here. Dar. There's Dar. Hi, Dar. Welcome in. All right, let's go refresh my chat and see if I've missed anything down at the bottom. And then I'll do my thrift haul. It's been sitting in here for about a week. Jen says, bless you. Marilyn said, bless you. Jen says, Merry Christmas, Dee Dee. Oh, Dee Dee said, okay, everyone, up and at 'em, breakfast time, later. Merry Christmas, God bless. And for all of you that have plans for today, enjoy the day. And if you're not celebrating Christmas, not everybody celebrates Christmas, have a good day anyway. Let's get rid of some of these. Let's open some Happy Mail. Now, this is an Amazon package, and I don't know what I ordered. Let me tear my address off here. And of course, it's being stubborn and not getting the address portion. Come on. I'm opening my mail here. I only buy things I really want. What's this? Oh, this has been sitting around for a while. This is, I bought some more of those Panda Fly white pens, you guys. These are not expensive, and they're really nice pens. They're called Panda Fly. They're white ones. I like them because they write. They write first time every time. I'm going to get me a nice little collection of boxes here. This is, I think I know what this is. I don't want to say it, then open it and go, oh, that isn't what it is. This is, well, let me open it. This is something I'm working on. Yeah. I bought some, let me show you. Come on. Some J.B. Weld. We're gluing some things together in the house. So that'll go out in the other room. That's been sitting around for a couple weeks. And let's open Rebecca's package here. This is from Rebecca Wells. This was from, she was so sweet to hold my, I'm going to tear the address label off. Hold on. Hold my invoice until the middle of the month. My check does not always sync up with her invoices. And I know she doesn't like to hold invoices. I understand that, but if I see something I like, I'm going to buy it. Boy, this is hard to open. So, for us, we're going to have Christmas with my nephew and his family later on today. So that's going to be nice. I think no. Let me. It never comes off like I want it to. No. She taped it up good. Let me tear her. There, her address is off. Now I can open the box. Hold on, I got tape on my finger. Let's open this up. It's Christmas! This is from a couple sales. She held the invoice across two sales for me. I appreciate when sellers do that. And but I think she knows I bought several things, several sales from her. mini sales from her, so she knows I'm going to pay up when I can. All right, here we go. Let's just take some things out and go through it. And like I said, this is more than one sale. And there's a box in here. And she sold me this box for $2. I just, she might have put some stuff in there. I love that box. It only costs $2. Oh, you guys, look at this box. And it's, this is an antique. This is one of those lacquered boxes, but she sold it because it's falling apart. Oh, and it's full of goodies. Now, I bought everything in here. This didn't come this way. But this is off of more than one sale. I'm going to take everything out of the box. I'll pile it up over here. Oh, wow. I bought lots of little things. Looks like a mirror. I think that come off of here. I can put that back in there. Oh, wow. Oh, and I love her. She does this beading. I just love what she does with her dangles. I'm always buying her dangles. She does an excellent job. This one cost me $3.50, which is a good price for something like this. Probably couldn't buy it retail for that. All right, I am going to put this back in here. We will glue that back in. The lid, though, the lid is pretty sturdy. And I think where it's starting to chip off here, I might be able to put some glue on that to keep it. But look at that. Isn't that awesome? Now, when I get my printer fixed, I could print this off and offer it as a freebie. And the little piece here is broken. But I don't mind that. I think this is just awesome. $2. $2. Well worth it. This is a Christmas present for sure. That's a Christmas present. I'm always buying her little roses. She offered these. I forget what. Maybe I should zoom in now. Let's see if my zoom works. This is going to be dangerous, you guys, because I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, it worked. It worked. I dropped this phone and my Zoom quit working. But it's working again now. So she makes these little roses. She calls them road roses. And I can't imagine. She makes all of these. She is very talented. Some lace. Some beautiful lace. I think this is from the last sale that she did. And I'm going to save these out for my journals. These are just little cards. I think that's a butterfly. They're little, I want to call them cigarette label cards, but they may not be. John Player and Sons. All these little things and some needles. Some little quilting needles. I'll need a needle threader. I love her stamped fabrics. I'm using her stamped fabrics in my art all the times. These say vintage. And then there's another one here. I keep these in my desk drawer down here. And when I'm working, I go, oh, I'm going to put these in there. I'll use some of Rebecca's. Oh, my cutting knife is pliers, I guess, not my knife. Well, both of them. I keep them in my drawer here because they come in handy when I'm working on my art. Here is it just says Meri. It looks like a bookmark that she's made. Oh, it goes this way. And that's paper. That's cute. For roses, I might need to put all of this in a sack. some of her fabrics. She's always doing fabric, selling fabrics. Now this is not dyed by her. This is purchased fabric, but she also quilts. She does a lot of beautiful work with fabric. Meri. French postcards. I don't know where she gets all her French postcards, but I love them. And I do share these online in a public domain folder. I don't know if I put these in a public domain folder or my member area. Ali K would know. And we have here buttons. See, I get all this stuff. Rebecca is fun to sell from, to buy from. She's a fun seller because she has a lot of different things. Things like I enjoy. French postcards, buttons, fabric, handmade roses, stamped fabrics. Here's some ribbons. I'm not going to take them out. I think this is velvet ribbons. These are all things that I will use. This is some more fabric. I think this is red. Well, let's look. I like to buy from Rebecca and from Jacqueline at Lovely's Crafting Lodge. I love Jacqueline's dye. Does a lot of fabric dyeing and paper dyeing. And she sells other things too. And I like Debbie Epps. Those are the three main people that I am purchasing from. These are fabric strips. So these would actually be fun to do slow stitching on. And here's some red, kind of 4-inch. This is more of something you could cross stitch on, but boy, it's tiny. This is a linen. I couldn't see some of my friends would be cross-stitching on that. It's a very high count. I could do slow stitching on it though. I'm not going to bother putting it back in the bag. Some time cards and an index card that has music on it. It looks like a library card. I love you in the same sweet way. Billy, M-O-L-L, and Robert A. King, 1931. It's the music. I love you in the same sweet way. And these look like library cards. No, these are sale items. Terms of sale. Everything is sold as it is. And here's some more trims. I'm not going to take all this out now. You can see it's mostly laces. She had a big lace sale. Here's a quilty piece. And this, nobody was going to buy it. And she said, nobody's buying this? And it kind of, she said, these are hard to do. And when I heard hard to do, I said, oh, I got to get it. I'll never be able to do it. It's a quilt, it's a diamond of diamond-shaped quilted pieces. And she was talking about how difficult it is for quilters to get everything to match up nice. This would be a nice slow stitch piece. I haven't been doing slow stitch this year, but I might pick it up again next year. I kind of enjoyed K3N's slow stitch. I'm going to knock my Meri off here if I'm not careful. This came from Kimberly. I love it, Kimberly. I just love it. It'll be out here for all year. This looks like more of the small fabric pieces. I don't want to take them out. It could be lace. This could be lace in here. This looks like fabric there. It's trim. I don't want to take it out. And then we have some larger fabric pieces. This is some, looks like just a bag of remnants. Yep, I'm going to be slow stitching next year. just a bag of remnants that she has here. Look at the letters. Look at the letters and numbers. TUV 67845, RSTUV 345678. Just a little piece of fun fabric. And this is looks like a little it doesn't open up. It's stitched there. Just a little odd piece. It's padded. I don't know. Maybe it was meant to be a doll skirt or something. I thought maybe it was a pocket, you know, a little purse pocket, but it's stitched close. Oh, what that is. And here's we'll come back to that. Here's some, this is pretty. Isn't that pretty? It's just a piece of trim. That's pretty. I like that. I'm going to keep that out. Some reds. And some, this looks like a chenille piece. Yeah, I'm going to be doing some slow stitch. And, you know, you don't have to slow stitch on cotton. It's good to slow stitch on flat cotton pieces like this, but I could see doing, this would be fun to slow stitch on. This would be difficult to slow stitch on because it's stretchy and knitty, knitty. It looks like the bottom of a skirt. Something going on here. Let's see if I can fold it up decent. Bottom of a skirt or a blouse, maybe a knit top. I wouldn't slow stitch on that. Might make a nice lining for something. This is pretty. These are put together. Nice thin. That almost feels like a silk, but I think it's a thin cotton. That would be fun to slow stitch on. And some yellows here. I love the bright yellow. Here's some vintage. This is a knit too. It's stretchy. It's stretchy. And some lovely lavender. And this is not cotton. This is like a polyester. It's very stiff. It's more like a lining. Yeah. And then there's a little piece of this. Little pieces. So those are fun. Fabric pieces. I got 2 boxes of them upstairs. I got to do something. That's what I said. I'm going to be doing more slow stitching next year because this is, I get it because I enjoy it. I enjoy just looking at it, but it's beginning to stack up on me. This I'm keeping out. I'll put it up here too. All right. I might have to get that box that she sent this in and start putting this stuff back in. And where did it go? It went way off. I don't know if I can reach it. Let me turn around here. Well, we'll put some of these smaller things in here. This is the Amazon box. Put that on the bottom. And you will see me getting these boxes out, a Happy Mail box or an auction box 3 months from now, and rediscovering everything. I'm going to put some of this fabric in with the remnant pieces that she sent. Bag of fabric and put all my little stuff in here. These are so fun. French postcards. I'll come back to those. Show them to you one at a time. Oh, what time is it? 7:30. This is Thursday. I think Paint Girly usually comes on. I don't know if she's coming on today. Does anybody here know if Kate Gurley's coming on? Let's see, let's leave this open for a minute. Put my fabric down there. I haven't even got to my thrift haul yet. It's been sitting here for a couple weeks, so let me set this off. This is still from Rebecca. This was from a couple of her sales. This looks like an ornament of sorts. It goes like this. If I can get it in shape here. It goes like that. Isn't that pretty? It's beaded. It's beaded, you guys. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. I think this is plastic canvas that she's worked on. It's very pretty, though. It's very elegant. And here's another piece that she did. Little Christmassy ornaments. Aren't these pretty? Now, plastic canvas is more of a crafty craft thing than an artsy thing. But, boy, she does it so elegant. She really arts these things up. And here's some little doilies. I'm going to keep those out. And last of all is some ledger paper. I'm always on the hunt for ledger paper, and she usually has it. Ledger paper. Three sheets, I think, of ledger paper. And I'm going to flatten this out like this. And I might even fold it that way eventually, but I'm going to put this underneath of this glass tabletop, and that will flatten this out. So let's do that. Let me get a hold of my tabletop here. It's nice and heavy. Pencils and... Are you going to do any art today, Mary? Well, I was thinking about doing December 25 in my journal, but I don't know if I'll get to it. This is a rubber band. I'm trying to get a hold of this glass top here. We're going to flatten this out again. Put it right under my tabletop, and that will flatten it. Maybe I'll put it more toward the end here because my table tends to slant. This tabletop here was gifted to me by Laura Vasquez. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. All right, I'm going to keep these out. I'd like to hang them up on my... I finally hung up my ochre, painted ochre piece of Santa Claus, and I had a hard time finding where to hang him. I should take maybe I'll do a short of that later. I've got so many things hanging up on my camera stand that I don't have room for more. But wouldn't it be fun to let those hang like that? Just put this one has a shorter hanger and this one's longer, so I could put them together like this and let them dangle like that. But I have to figure out how I'm going to hang them. I'm going to leave them out for now. So let me look at chat again. Let me look at chat. I haven't even gone through everything, you guys. I have not gone, and I'm still decorating my little tree. He'll get decorated by January 6th. Let me refresh chat and come and see what you guys are talking about out there. Are you talking or are you opening gifts? I feel like Christmas this morning because things have accumulated in here. I'm feeling like I'm having a Christmas. Let's straighten out my camera. It went crooked. Is that a little better? Okay. I feel like I'm having a Christmas. Let's refresh chat. chat filter, top messages, chat filter, all messages. And we'll put Penelope out here. We'll put Penelope, and I think this is dry enough. I can put the... Kimberly made this. Bless her heart. I just love that. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you so much. Kimberly says, hi, Carol. Hi, Carol. Good morning, lady. How are you? Arlene dropped a link to Pink Girlie's channel. I think she'll be on after I'm off. I go off at 9. If she comes on, this is Christmas, so I don't know if she's going to stream or not. But if she streams, she'll be on. It will be 10 her time. She's Eastern time. I need to cut this fingernail. It's my fingernails, I'll tell you, I do not. You want to watch Jacqueline and Pink Girlie for beautiful fingernails. I'm too rough on my hands for me to do all that fancy dancy fingernail stuff. I need to trim this one. It's kind of jagged. Let me do that here. I'm not going to do it in front of you, but I want to do it before I snag something with it. So are you opening any gifts, or did you open them last night? I want to hear what you got for Christmas. Carol says, we are just waking up. Well, welcome to Christmas, Carol. Marilyn Homestead says, I'm making whole wheat pancakes. Oh, that sounds good. Doesn't that sound good, you guys? A big old stack of whole wheat pancakes with butter and maple syrup and maybe a sausage or a sausage link with it and a fried egg or scrambled egg. I'm hungry! Arlene says, Meri, in case you get one again, that black pouch is a Ziploc. It's at the top. Oh, really? Well, I couldn't see where that opened up. I don't know what I did with it. I think I put it back in the... box. Or, oh, I gave it to... It was with Lindy's stuff. Here, let me check. It was with Lindy's. Oh, I kept it out. I don't know what I did with it. I'll check it when I find it. I'll check it out when I find it. Is that what it was? Thanks for letting me know, Arlene. I destroyed it at the bottom. Hi, Lala. Oh. How are you doing, Miss Lala? Lala, I mailed your book yesterday. I made a special trip to the post office. I was going to do it the day when I went up with my brother, but I got to the post office, didn't have your address with me. So I went yesterday to mail your book. It's coming priority mail. She said it'd be there Monday. So look for your book. Merry Christmas, Lala. Whoops, I got an ad talking about intermittent fasting. They're saying good morning to Lala. You're very welcome. I had a book that I'm following along with Dee Dee. Of course, I'm way behind. I have my book up here. Let me get it out. We'll keep that out. The tickets. And here's that envelope. It's a Ziploc. Well, you must have to tear the top tag off. And the Ziploc is right there. I could glue it together down here or maybe put some washi tape down here. I have some black washi tape I can put down there. And I think you probably cut it. I didn't see that. Oh, Meri messes things up good, doesn't she? This is the book that Dee Dee is working in. And I wanted to follow along with her. Of course, I'm very, very slow. Let me move Penelope. or I'm going to knock her off. We're going to give her a new outfit for January. For maybe not January, for 2026. This came from Miss Kimberly. I just love it. I just love it. Isn't that so creative? This was the book that Dee Dee is, and she is working in, and she used the first 25 pages as prompts for December Daily. Well, my first 25 my first 25 pages were not printed right. They were all offset. See, this should be up higher on the page. And I was complaining about it or showing you guys, and they said, turn it back to Amazon and you'll keep this one and I'll send you another. Well, I'd already disassembled this, but I thought, well, if I can get another book, that's not a bad thing. So I did. I let them know that it was a misprint, and they sent me another one, but I didn't need two of them, so I had a giveaway, and Lala won the book. Now, this book is called the Art Journey Sketchbook Seasons, but we're doing art journaling in it. And this is all Dee Dee inspired, Dee Dee Willingham. And I started the first 3 pages, and then I said, well, I'm going to skip to, on the 19th, I skipped to page 19 and 18. I think I'm working on 18. This was 19 and this is 18. Well, now it's 25. If I get a chance, I'm going to do something on the 25th here. But anyway, Lala had a giveaway, and Lala won the book. But she didn't have much competition, you guys. This is the 24th. This is the 25th here. Let's see what it is. What's your goal? What do you want more of next year? Do you want to keep making art? Well, of course. Draw a paintbrush and some pencils. Do you want to spend time with loved ones? Write their names in a beautiful font. Do you want to improve on a skill? Try to illustrate it. So she gives prompts in this book for each day. Now, my goals for next year, I think I kind of said I want to work in the membership area. And another goal is I want to start my community tab. And I want to do more slow stitching. So I got to get all of that on here. It's not going to happen today for that. Because I haven't showed I have a lot of goals. That's my problem. I have too many goals. Let's see what else do I have. These things, and these are those panda pins. I got and this was a gift from Paint Girly. Not the journaling magazine. This was a gift from Paint Girly, and I'm using Christmas in my December daily. I don't know if we're going to get to that. And my goal should be for next year to clean up my room. And then yesterday, the Art Journaling magazine came. Am I spinning? Am I live? I guess I'm live. I'm just spinning over on my tablet. This was really a gift from Legia. Last year, sometime last year, she gifted me through PayPal. And I think I added $10 or so, and I bought a subscription to Art Journaling magazine. And I have one more issue after this one. I just got they had a sale on it. And it was a 1-year subscription. And I was going to go through this today, but I might hold back on that and do it another stream, because I haven't gotten to my thrift haul yet. So much I want to tell you guys. I love these little boxes. This is what those steel things came in. And I'm going to I think I can cut these two flaps off, or cut these two off, and make a little, decorate it up and make a little, I'm not throwing this away. I'll put it down below. Quit playing with it, Meri. I have a gift for my brother, and I'm going to get to it here eventually, and we're going to wrap it. These are the French postcards. I wanted to show these separately. Can you guys see them? I'm off on my... I'm lagging on my tablet. I got these from Rebecca. She sells them, I think they were $3.50, but they're written on the back and they've got stamps. Of course, they're written in French. But you know, some of the AI processors will read this for you. My Adobe will read this. And I found that out because I was taking a picture of a French magazine that I have, and of course I couldn't read it, but I was scanning it for to share with you guys, and it translated all the French text. Now I don't know if it'll do handwriting. Isn't that beautiful? And then this lady is in a green dress and a red hat. Isn't she Christmas? She is Christmas. What is she holding? She's holding something that it looks like, I'm not sure what she's holding, but it's got a dog's head on it. There. And this lady's in a green dress too. And it's got, looks like a poetry or words in there. A little picture, looks like a bride there. This might be the bridesmaid or something. Here she is. These are French, and not all of them have postage. Some of them have writing on the back, but no postage. And then this is this looks like a Christmas one. Or, yeah, this is a Christmas one with the wreath and the pretty lady on the inside, writing on the back, no stamp. And then this is a black and white one. But I love the cameo. So I love the French postcards. I'm always getting them from her. All right. Let's do the thrift haul. Let's see. Kimberly says, I found a box of old blocks at my thrift store. Oh, is that what you did here? Were you able to spell your own name, Kimberly? Were you able to do one for you? Oh, look what it says on the back. Oh, oi! Oi! Or it could be 911. 911. Oh. 911. Meri 911. 911. Journal Meri and Dee Dee are using. Arlene dropped a link to that. I was going to tell you guys. This is it's seasons. It's a season sketchbook. And it's divided into 4 sections, one for each winter, spring, summer, fall. And Dee Dee, I'm following along on Dee Dee, but I'm way behind. She is doing the first pages as a December daily. But she said the other pages, the other 75 pages, she's going to work on during the rest of the year. So I'm just going to work on it as I can. Let's see. Lala says, Meri, I'm so sorry I had to cancel my membership. Uncle Sam decided we needed less money. That's okay, Lala. I saw your message. You're always welcome to come back when you can or if you want to. I can't understand why Uncle Sam would alter your Social Security. I don't think they usually do that, so I don't know. But I'm sorry that it happened to you, and I hope that you're able to come back someday into the membership area. We have quite a group of members. It's growing, and I want to focus on my members next year. And in fact, after Christmas, I'm going to talk about that project that we're going to be working on in the background. So I want to do something with the membership area. That I've been doing so much other stuff that my member for November and December have been really busy months, and I kind of neglected that area, and I feel bad. Arlene says journal Meri and Dee Dee are using. Let's see what else. I found a box of old blocks. Arlene says the Cassie project. Yeah, her name is Cassie Gilgan, I think. She's over in the UK. Carol says, I'm behind too, Meri, but it's a fun book. Yeah, it is a fun book. You know, and those prompts are not hard prompts. It's fun to take them and interpret them in your own style. So I'll be working on it again. Let's see, what else is going on out there? Lala said hi. Kitty Jen popped in. She says, it was rainy and windy here yesterday, mostly rainy. Yeah, California has been hit by rain storms. Let's put Penelope back out here. Arlene says, Meri, in case you get one again, that black pouch is a Ziploc. Yeah, I found that one. Arlene dropped the link to Paint Girlish channel. Terry, hi Terry. Terry Zoo, welcome in. Did Mina pop in? Did Mina pop in too? There's Mina. Hi Mina, Merry Christmas, Mina. Merry Christmas to Terry and Mina and to everybody else in here. Dee Dee had to go. She said, okay, everyone, up and at 'em. Breakfast time. Merry Christmas. Somebody out there was making whole wheat pancakes. Oh, I think I got sidetracked. I bought a pumpkin pie and Cool Whip at the grocery store yesterday. It looked so good, and I knew my brother liked pumpkin pie. Let's do my thrift haul. And I'm going to start with this big old, this fascinated me. I love these tin boxes, you guys. I got to quit buying them. This was not this price. It was on sale. I only paid half price for it. But what this box, and I'm gonna zoom out again, hopefully. This is a tin box. Did I get that off? And what's so fascinating about it, it opens from both sides. It opens from this side and it opens from this side, top and bottom. And I think there's a few things in there. Let me zoom out. Hopefully I can do this with, there we go. And it goes like this. Let me get this. There we go. So let's see what's in here. I forgot what I bought. This has been sitting, this thrift haul has been sitting around for a while. Oh, yeah, and this was this was $2. This snowman was only $2. $1.99. And he's wood here, and he's kind of a ceramic resin up at the top, and with the wood, I think this is either ceramic. This part, the top part of him is ceramic from the snowman up. And the wood, the base, and I think it's to put a candle, not a lit candle, but one of those little fake candles in. I couldn't just leave him there for $2. But look at this box. It fascinates me. I've never seen one. Or I think it opens from both sides. Maybe it just looks like it does. No, it doesn't open from both sides. If it does, it looks like it does, but it's very tight, so maybe it doesn't. It looks like it opens from both sides, and this is the picture on this side, and this is the picture on this side. It's a beautiful tin box. Maybe it doesn't. I'm not going to force it. It almost looked like it did. But I saw it there. I saw it there, and then I said, oh, it's a cool box. And I put it back, and then I realized it was half price, so at the very end I said, it's Christmas, Meri, you want it, go get it. So I did. So there's that. I'll put it over with my others. And you know what? There's another tin box. This one is more a cookie box. And this one I didn't pay much for. Paid $1 for this one. I only paid $1 for this. Well, the tape come off, but the label didn't come off. I only paid $1 for this one. And I love it. This is like a bakery. Jacobson's Bakery. You know, and it's all vintage. Very Victorian, and she's having tea. And butter cookies are for sale. And it looks like they're baking on the inside. It's very Victorianish. Just my style. And here's a man and a woman walking just like a cobblestone street. Very, look what's up here. They're up on a balcony. Yeah. And oh, what do you have in here? Another tin. This was only 59 cents. 59 cents, so I had to buy it. And the tape comes off, but the labels are stuck on there. This is my Christmas. We don't exchange gifts, so if I want something, I go buy it for myself. I bought my brother a gift. If I can find it, I want to wrap it in front of you guys. This was a wild berry tea box. I thought this would be fun to put, don't know if I can get it on the bottom. It'd be fun to, I could make a decoration out of that. Put my paintbrushes in, not wet, but dry ones. I think I'm going to start collecting these for my paintbrushes. And, oh, these were all in a bag. And she took them out as padding. All of these packages were in a bag, and the entire bag only cost me 99 cents. It looks like a lot. Well, it was a lot for 99 cents. Let's look at them. And I'll put these in here for now. I got a snow globe, and I haven't figured out, it's a music box, but I haven't figured out how it, and this was $4. But it's a Christmas snow globe. And I think it's a music box. I haven't figured out I can't see it looks like it's got a battery thing there, but I don't know where the player is. These are stands. It's missing a, that might be it here, because this presses, it may not work. But even if it doesn't work, you can shake it. And it's a pretty one. It's of carolers. I liked it. I haven't figured out how it plays. I think this is a foot. I think it's got 3 feet here, and these two are missing the little cover on it. But this looks like a, I can't see very well. Looks like a battery thing in there. It's got a little screw. It says Holiday Creations made in China. Let's see what it says over here. TM 2000 Paramount Pictures rights reserved. And it says $4 there. Well, I'll fool with that later. But I don't see a switch. So I don't know if it's just a snow globe or a music box snow globe, but it's pretty. I love snow. I'll take that out in the other room. Let me set it, and I'll put this in the other room. And, oh, I got a Santa Claus. He'll go in the other room. Let me put these below. I won't be able to get out of here at this rate. I don't know what I did with the gift I got from my brother. You might get it for New Year's. I wanted to show you guys these because I thought gnomes and doll hair, curly craft hair. You know, you can make angels. I got all of these, not just one. See, this was retail $3. This is a Santa Claus here. I got all of these together for 99 cents. Doll hair. What a deal. What a bargain. There's 1, 2, I like this, 3. This retailed for $4. $8. Let's count up the price here. There's $8 here. This retailed for $2.79, and this retailed for $2.39. So there's $4.79 and $39. We're gonna call that $5. So there's $13. This retailed for $4. So there's $17. And this is open. This retailed for $3, so that's $20. And this retailed for, I don't know, we're gonna call it $2. And we'll call this $2, and we'll call this $1. So about 20, around $25. And I paid 99 cents. What a bargain. What a bargain! Let me set this aside. Oh, I'm not done with my thrift haul. That was just the... I'll have to clean this room tomorrow. I also got a Santa Claus. She put him in a bag for me. This thrift store was that Catholic thrift store, and they are moving to another building, so they marked a lot of their inventory down, and of course it gets close to Christmas. I paid $2 for this Santa Claus. He's a candle holder. I like him because he's very vintage. He's a Father Christmas. I'm going to put him with my Santa Claus collection. I like to get new Santa Clauses every year. Becky inspires me. So he'll go out. I think I got a larger Santa Claus earlier this year. He'll go out and sit on out in the living room for a while, and then I'll put him away. I'll keep that bag out. Now let's see what else is in this. Santa Claus bag dropped off an entire bag of things. Whoops. Oh, I debated. I said, I don't need a Rolodex. But I looked at it. It was $3. And I said, Meri, you don't need another project. But I said, it's so reasonable. It's more of a modern one. And it's still in the package. It doesn't even look like it's been opened. A Rolodex. I got that. Could not leave it on the shelf for that price. Got a bag of candles. I'm going to melt these down. I've been melting candles lately. Let me get this box out of the way. My Rebecca box. There's more in here. A little bit more. myself. What do I do? Oh, these will go in the wash. I love these long sleeve t-shirts. I got 2 of them here, my size. I like to wear them around $3.50 a piece. But gosh, you know, you guys, they almost look brand new. Maybe not quite. But I'll throw those in the wash. I just wear them around the house because if I get them dirty or get paint on them or something like that, it's not a big loss. So I think that's the end of the thrift. I'm not real sure. We'll see what else is behind me. Christmas! It's Christmas. And I think here, I just noticed it. When we went down to the lake, they had pine trees out there, and I picked up a whole bunch of pine cones. That was in October. And I couldn't find the sack. And I was rummaging around this morning. This might be the sack, I'm not sure. It looks like it might be my pine cone sack. I'm just going to cut this off. I got another sack I can put in. I think it is, because they had some of these weeds, yeah, I'll probably throw those away. These are my pine cones. I wanted to paint them for Christmas. I'm going to have to tell my brother. I'm going to leave those weeds in here. Put the pine cones in another sack. These were pretty when they were on the plant, but they're almost too fuzzy. I don't know if I could. No, I'm going to leave them in there. I'm going to throw those away. I wasn't sure when I took them out, but this would make a nice Christmas craft is what I wanted them for. Is that all of them? No, there's some more in here. I'm glad I found these. I think that's all of them. And we'll just throw these away. Oh, there's one more pine cone in there. Free! I didn't pay anything for those. I picked them up down at the lake. We don't have pine cones in our yard. And you know, if you buy these in the store, of course they're cleaned up and these are not perfect. These are sitting in the sack, so they've been bounced around a lot. Free! Don't you just love free stuff? I'm gonna throw these away. Go out in the yard. Do a nature walk. What else do I have down here? Oh, I bought an amaryllis. This is going to go in my December daily. My brother enjoyed the amaryllis that we had one year, and so I thought I would try it again. Let me throw this away. And do I have another sack here? I do, somewhere. Let's see, what else do I have here? I've been doing a lot of shopping, so let me see what's in this box. Hold on, my snowman is. I didn't buy these. These were free. My brother, I wanted some cotton swabs when I was working with I've got to find a sack here for my pine cones. He said, we got some in the medicine cabinet, we're not using, so he went and got them for me. I bought some double-sided tape, because I'm always using double-sided carpet tape, and he needed some more, so I bought some more of that. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Put it right here where I can get at it. I bought some matches. And we have a sack that I can put my pine cones in. Put that up there. That's why I got all that stuff out, because I wanted the sack. And we'll be doing something with these, maybe in January. I'm glad I found them, though. Free! Alright, let's put these down behind me. And let's see, what else do I have here? I have a Debbie Epps, oh, I opened that. I have a Debbie Epps and a Jacqueline Happy Meals that I've already opened behind me. I have a couple things here that are only kind of art related. I'll show you. I haven't been in here for a while, so things are stacking up on me. Put this box, tin box here out of my way so I can get out of here if I want. These are what's in here? I'm going through my stuff. I got some house cough drops, some I bought a package of safety pins. I bought some alcohol. This is more. Oh, and these were on sale at Walmart. They're gold, white, and red pins. Did you see those? I bought some swizzle sticks or kebab sticks, and I bought a new pair of scissors. So I needed sharp scissors. And what else is in here? One more thing. Oh, some beading wire for those. I'm in the process of beading those jewelry pieces for my, and then the rest is more, not crafty, but things I need. I'm going to leave the Q-tips out. And the matches are going in the other room because I don't light them in here. This swizzle sticks, I think I'll put them in here. And I'll put those over on my other. These will go in the other room. I need those. My scissors stay out. Santa Claus is doing a dance here. Let's put him over there. And these, I'm going to play with those. And I'm going to leave that out. And the scissors will go over here in my Angie bowl that's overflowing. Alright, that sack of stuff will go out in the other room. And we went to Menards, you guys. And I don't know if you were in here the other day when I opened up that steel banding. Well, it was too stiff, so I bought some aluminum. I want to try to make some cookie cutters. I bought some mini holiday lights. I'll show you what I'm going to do with those. And this was on sale for like $1. It's a scented candle at Menards. I bought some Butterfinger candy bars because I'm a sucker for Butterfinger candy bars. And this is aluminum tape that I got to go with the aluminum banding. And this is Christmas. The last thing I bought was, I was using my scissors to cut that steel and it cut it, but I got some tin snips. And one more thing in here, I bought an extension cord. It's a cheapy one. No, this is not an extension cord. This is one of those little mini cables. My mini cable that goes to my tablet over here is getting worn up in there. I wanted to see. This only cost me, a couple dollars. I want to see if that works on my tablet. So that's my shopping haul from Menards. I'm going to put the candy out in the other room. The candle goes out in the other room. These I'm going to keep out. I probably won't do it today because I don't have time, but I'm going to try to make some cookie cutters. And that steel was real sharp on the edge. This is not as sharp, but I have to still be careful. So this is a project in the making here. It's something I'm playing with. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to grab one of those empty boxes. That's my Rebecca box. No, it's not happening. I was going to put that in a box, but the box went way to back. I'll have to do it after. My cookie tin. I need the gripper. Becky, I'll tell you, she gifted me this gripper several months ago. And boy, do I appreciate it. Let me see if I can grab a hold of one of those empty boxes. I want to put that aluminum in it. And I caused a big craft lunch trying to get a box out before, and I don't want that to happen again. I'm going to try the gripper. I can see where the lid is here. Grip it by the lid. Back up my chair a little. You guys, you would just laugh if you could see what I was doing. But I got it. I want to put that aluminum in a here. We'll just leave that right there. I'm going to put these in a project box. It's a project to come. Put it just like that. It's kind of my Christmas to me. Like I said, we don't exchange gifts here, so if I want something, I have to go buy it for me. And the other thing I bought, if you watched my stream with that sculpture project memory, my takeaway from my memory was I learned back in college to cut glass. And then I was not able to finish that project that I was working on. I'm going to make a mini version of it. That's one of my goals. And so, I want to play with glass cutters too. And that's what this is a glass cutter. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. This is all Christmas. I told you I was going to open Christmas presents. I bought pumpkin pie for my brother. I bought a pizza, and we usually save off what we don't eat. And I had saved off the last 2 pieces for me. He ate them. He ate my last 2 pieces of pizza. He drinks my milk. He eats my pizza. I said, all right, Meri, it's okay. He's got all kind of steak and everything. He had to eat my leftover pizza. I didn't crab at him, but I thought it. You did that on purpose. This is in a case, so this is nice. This is nice. Give me another empty box. So, sometime next year, I'm going to play with cutting some glass. And I really want to. I want to do that. This is a glass cutter. It's a case. It's all wrapped up in here. This is tools for me for my studio. This is falling out of here. I think it goes in here like that. It's a whole set. Maybe this one went over here. Looks like there's one missing. I'll have to check and see if there's one missing in here. No, these are extra blades in here. Extra blades for the glass cutter right here. They're in here. And this looks like it went. And it's red for Christmas. Closed up and went in there. And these are the pliers. What you do is you score your glass. I'm not sure what this is for. This looks like a screwdriver type thing. It's a hex screwdriver. I don't know what that has to do with cutting glass. And this is a... I don't know what that is. It looks like it's a marker of some sort. It's got a little rubber tip on it. I have to find out what that is for. I'm going to have to research this. But when I cut glass in college, I didn't have anything sophisticated. Your blade goes in here. There's a little slot there. And you score your glass. You score it deep with your blade. And then you have it on an edge like this. Let's get a piece of paper. We'll put, I never have a piece of paper when I want it. What's this? We'll pretend this is the piece of paper. This is the winnings from Lala. I sent that off. That's the glass. And you score your glass with your cutter off of the edge of the table. You score your glass. And or mirrors. I was working with mirrors. And then you put it there, and then you take your tool, your gripper tool, which is this, and you just snap it. And it will snap if you're good, and it takes practice. If you're good, it will snap along your score. And I did that. I got so that I could do it, but it took a little practice. But I have a regret in that all those mirrors, when I was in college, I was in college at that time, I had to leave them. I had to leave them. I could not finish my project. And I'm not going to talk about the circumstances, but there were circumstances. My life was not what it is today. And I always think about those mirrors, because I bought those from a glass company. And they delivered them to the sculpture, into the art room, into the art building. And I had such fun with my project, and it was going on really nice. And I think I would have done really well if I could have finished it. But I wish that I could have, I think I hear my brother coughing out there. I wish that I could have saved those mirrors. I did not have the means to do it at the time. So I kind of walked away, and that project has always been in the back of my head. And so what I want to do is do a mini project, maybe like a little 6-inch square, something small that I can do in here. But these are tools for me. So that's my Christmas present. I have one more package to open here that's not art related. When Becky was in here, I was talking about my printer, and she was researching how to get it going again. And if I can, I want to. I don't want to have to buy a new printer. But this is a solution. It's called BCH. I see that it's kind of, it looks like I need to let some of the air out of it here. I'm going to leave it like it is. But this is a cleaning solution that's supposed to clean the... But to do it, I was watching the video. You have to take a little of your printer apart. And you need a little pipette. There's not a pipette in here? Yeah, there's a little pipette there. And what you do is you squeeze some of this into the there's cables. You have to remove the top part of the scanner part. You don't remove it, you lift it up. You have to move aside here, and you have to move this, and I don't like doing all that because I'm not mechanical. But there's a little pipette here, and you have this solution, and you squeeze this into the area on those cables that feed the ink into the, and you put a, it shows on the cable where he put a paper towel between it and the printer, and then he squeezed this solution into the little inkwell thing, and it just, you could see where it just completely cleaned it. Well, I don't think my problem is inside the printer. I think my problem is over here. And because I've checked my ink bottles to see if there's a seal on the ink bottles that's maybe causing the ink not to come out of the bottle, but the one I looked at did not have a seal. But my ink from the bottle, let's say that this is an ink bottle, when I put it onto my inkwell, where the inkwell is in here, it doesn't come from the bottle into here. And then this hooks up to the cable that comes around that way. So I don't know if I can use this in the inkwell over here. I don't know. I'm going to do some more research, but that's what that is. So this is to clean my printer with. And I think I'm at the end of my haul here. Let's see what else is behind me. I think I pretty well have. I'm glad I found those pine cones. I think I'm at the end of everything. I've showed you what I got at Menards. So, what time is it? I think I've I had Christmas. I've had Christmas. Let's save the wrapping paper. You know, everything counts in life, doesn't it? Everything counts. If you waste not, want not. That's how you get a room full of art stash. Right? Oh, I have one more thing I want to do, and it's to show you, not to, what I did from, several weeks ago. I bought this bottle. Now I have a knob I'm going to put up here, but I got these little mini lights. And I got two sets. I got one for the bottle, and I got one for the wreath. These are battery operated. That's what I wanted. I don't want to have to worry about, is it going to plug in? This bottle cost me, it was a Goodwill, cost me, well, more than it should. It cost me $5. But it's an antique one, and it's a large one. I can get this off. This was Goodwill I don't usually go to. Their prices are higher. I begged my brother to stop at that Goodwill. I think I got, this is a Goodwill though where I scored on paper. I got a whole bunch of really nice parchment paper and folders and everything for about the same price. Their base price is $4 at that store. Most of their things are running $7 or $8. I don't shop there much. I think that's too much for items that are donated, and then they jack them up. This is almost retail price. I could use my heat gun here. I don't want it to get out. I want to sit here and peel at it in front of you guys. I got Goo Gone up there somewhere. We'll stop here. But what I want to do is put some things in here and put my little mini lights in there. And I'm going to put a knob up here. Uh-oh. I might need a, I'm not going to take this off right now. I'm not going to fool with it. It's canned on there. Probably why it was donated. But anyway, I'm going to put some items in there and use the mini lights to and I haven't decided exactly what I could put in there. I could make it Christmas related, but I don't know if I want to. And these are, I guess, these are fairy lights. I don't need to take them out. They're battery operated. I got these at Menards. They're indoor, outdoor. I want to see how many there are. Doesn't say. Battery operated. There's a warning. Approximately, the length is approximately 3 feet. Spacing. So, but if I put this in a jar, 3 feet is adequate for inside of that jar. I don't know about the wreath though. The wreath is pretty large. I guess I could get one strand. And these are bulbs. They're not, they're like little Christmas bulbs and they're clear. So that's something to play with. What time is it? It's 8:28. So let me come out and look at chat. Let me put these over here with my Q-tips. I don't do much art. I haven't done much art. We might play with these pins. And I'm going to keep this box out. And I'm going to put my dry paint brushes. I'm not going to put water in here. But I'm going to put my kebab sticks because I'm always wanting something. I use my paint brushes. And this stays out. And this, I'm thinking I could make a decoration out of this somehow. So let's put this aside. I'll probably knock it off somehow. Put it aside for now. And let's open, not this, that's a cable. Let's open these new scissors that I got. What did I do with them? Did I already open them? Did I already open them? I guess I must have put them back in the sack. All right, well then let's open these pins and see how they write. These I got at Walmart. I didn't see a price, but I'm sure they were $3 or $4, maybe $5 anyway. These are Uniball. They're not cheapies. But they're gold, white, and red. Gold, white, and red. Do I want to save that tag? I think I will. I don't like to save too much packaging anymore, but sometimes I do. So this is the Lala gift sheet. And what else do I have here I can play with? Oh, I want to put this in we can do this too. I want to cut this amaryllis out and put it in wouldn't that be pretty for where the circles are in the journal? Let's do that. That's a fast journaling project. Cut this out. Yep, the amaryllis is out there in the kitchen. It really bloomed nice the last time we used an amaryllis. We'll come back to this. I'm going to cut this out. This will be one of the circles for that in my book. And I'll keep this as a tag. Now they had some that were already blooming, but I like to, and when you buy these, it said in the instructions on the box too, that it had, stuff to plant it in. I didn't see it. And I said, I'm going to have to go buy some potting soil. But I was talking to my brother, and I shook the box, and I go, oh, there's something else in here. And what they have is kind of like a, I want to say it's like a coconut thing. It's all pressed together, and it's compressed. And it's a, what do they call it? Compressed planting disc in the pot, and follow the instructions on the paper included. Well, that's someplace else. Flap up the mix with a fork and place your bulb into the mix, the pointed end up. So our bulb is a little bit taller than this small one. It's not blooming yet, but they bloom like this. As soon as the bud is visible, water twice a week until the flowers have faded. Blooms in 8 to 10 weeks. And then after the aftercare, after it's all bloom, plant the amaryllis bulb in the garden in May and give it some fertilizer. Take out of the garden in September and cut off the leaves. Store the bulbs in a cool, dry place for 2 months. Pot the bulb again. Well, on our last one, we didn't plant it, but we took care of it, and it bloomed again in-house. But we might try to plant this one. The only reservation I have about doing that is that here in Nebraska, in July and August, it gets really hot. I mean, it gets hot. I feel like I know it's not as hot as Mina out in Phoenix, but I just can't tolerate that. And I don't know if I want to put my bulb out in the garden and in that heat. But you know, we have other bulbs that bloom in the spring. I'm going to put this in that journal. Bigger bulb. Let's cut the little amaryllis tag out here. Throw this away. Throw that away. We'll do a little journaling today. Where's my journal? Hold on. It's here. I just have to dig down for it. Let me reach here. Hopefully we'll find a good spot to put this. And we might use a sheet of paper out of this, so we'll keep these out and put these back. Let's see if I can find a, let's find a background page, I'm thinking. I think they're all the same, but there's something like this, which might be fun to use. I like the lighter one. This book came from Paint Girly, gifted me this. Thank you so much, Paint Girly. And if she streams today, I don't know if she's streaming today, but if she streams today, she'll stream right after me at 9 o'clock Central, 10 Eastern. I don't know what her plans are. Arlene says, Angie. Hi, Angie. Welcome in, Angie. I got an ad. If I haven't welcomed you in, know that you're very welcome in here. I get in the middle of what I'm doing, so I don't always see everybody that comes in. Hi, Angie. Arlene says, Meri, I removed the stubborn sticky labels by putting really hot water inside the jar. And the glue lets go, and I can peel it without the mess. Well, that's a good tip, Arlene. Thank you. And that's what Angie said. That's a good tip, Arlene. You could put lights in and then a ribbon around the top and swap it out for each holiday. There's another good tip. So we could do it. I don't want to, no, I don't think I'll do it for Christmas, but I could do it for New Year, put a snowman in there. That would be fun to do a snowman scene and maybe make a snowman and put in there. And do it for January, and then in February throw some hearts in there. March is St. Patrick's Day. April is Easter. May is flowers. June is flags. July is 4th of July. August is sunflowers. September is school related. I'm just thinking. October, of course, is Halloween. November is Thanksgiving, and we're back to December. Let's see what else is going on. They call it dirt, Angie says. Arlene says, I buy and use the cocoa bricks in my garden. They really bulk up and help the soil absorb water. Oh, that's interesting. There are little to no nutrients in the cocoa soil, so fertilizer is needed. Angie has to go and fix the eggs. Have a blessed Christmas, Angie. That's what Arlene says, and I agree. Angie says, hi, Meri. I just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas. I can't stay. So much going on. Yes, there is. I understand completely. It is 8:38. I'm going to do a page in here. Let's find out where this emerald, it could go right on the very beginning. This is the December daily. I'm working with Dee Dee. That's the cozy blanket egg swap. These are the bulbs. I could put this amaryllis one right over here. I like it there. I think Dee Dee put bulbs there. Create a cozy blanket and finish this drawing. This is the recipe page, and this was the make a list page, and I skipped from there over to here, and I think I covered up prompt 17, but I took a picture of it before I sent it off to, and they were just little bulbs, circles. And this is the cozy blanket page. This prompt goes here. We need to make a tag for this. And this was, I finished this drawing. I want to make a little gnome, or maybe I can find a little gnome to put there. And this is a shelf. And over here, I wanted to finish, this is Santa Claus, and this is going to be a paintbrush and a palette, and he's at his easel here in his living room. So that's what that is. But, let's see, decorate the cake. Roll the dice. We could do some big dice, Christmas dice. Here, design a Christmas jumper. We could do a jumper here. And I think what I'll do is there's no prompt on the back. And what I like to do is, let's see, this is finish the drawing. This one goes over here. Prompts. I need to make tags. I'm going to cut this out because I want the tag anyway. And there's nothing on the back. I think what I'm going to do, this faces, this is my page, this faces here. I'm going to make the jumper out of this, not sure what side I'm going to use, but I need a base. So what I've been using is Jack-on paper. Let's turn around here. I've got to get in here and clean. It's as bad as when I first started. But I have it more, a lot of the boxes back there, though, are organized and empty. Now this might be, I don't know if this is beauty paper or, yeah, this looks like, no, I think this is Debbie paper. We'll use some Debbie X paper. I like that I can put paper in there because then I don't have to paint the background or anything. Let's see what I have. I love this gold color here. She did an excellent job on this. This is beautiful. But I might go with this. Let's see what I have here. So if I put my sweater, this is the prompt. If I put my sweater on this page, I think that'll work. I think those flowers will go with that. So what I want to do is, I've been tearing the page the size of the book pages. My ruler's buried. We'll use this one. And I have a beautiful scrap there. And this goes back. This is day 23 here. I am working on day, I cut the prompt out. This should be day 22. Day 22. And this page will go here. That's day 21. This will go here. I'll need something for there. We'll come back to that. Let's cut this out, and what we're going to do is make my jumper out of these poinsettias, and they'll go with this background. So let's cut this out. What time is it? It's 8:44. I need to watch my time. Let me refresh my chat here. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. Thank you guys for popping in. Those of you who popped in during the holiday. Let me get back to live chat here. Let's see, who did I miss anybody? Arlene. Oh, Tina. Tina has been a member here for 6 months. Hi, Tina. Merry Christmas. Tina is so sweet. Merry Christmas, Tina. She's been a member for 6 months. That's another thing I want to do. I haven't been doing much in the way of emojis. I am working on a Penelope one. I was working on it while my brother was at the doctor, in his doctor appointment. And I was sitting out in the lobby saying, I could be designing a Penelope emoji. Well, he always gets done before I do. Now I'll have to design my cuffs and everything, my sleeves. I think I'm going to slit this, not all the way up, but just give it a little bit of a slit in there. Maybe a little bit more here. So when I cut it off in here, and I might take this and put down in here, so I have more of the flowers on here. We'll see. Got to do something art related. So today is Thursday. I will be on tomorrow morning. I will try to be here. And we'll do more art tomorrow than I'm done today. I just had things pile up on me today. Now I think what I'll do is right in here. Well, these will come, but I don't have enough. I think I'll do this sleeve separately. And this, I think I'll do, I think I have enough here that I might put that someplace else on the page. And this goes off into there. I might make the sleeve off into here somehow. No, we want it up. Well, my collar though. Let's do it right there. I had pencils here. I shuffled things around so much. Here's one. I'll put this sleeve on separate. I don't know if I'll be able to see that or not. So this sleeve over here is going to be mostly green, so I can make this one mostly green too, I think. Does anybody know if Lori is coming on? Have you heard? Paint Girly? Tina Fofina, Arlene says. All right, let's cut this out. This will be the ugly sweater contest. But it will look pretty on that, on this paper. Let's see, I think I'll cut it here. And then it gets cut where? Okay. And an angle here. And see, I can even use this scrap for cuffs and collars. And my marks. Might have to do that again. And there's what's on the back here is the back sheet. This is going to be a sweater, a Christmas sweater. I think I'm working on the 23rd. Yeah, I lost track of it up here. And then I'll cut this other arm out of this. Maybe I'll cut it this way. What time is it? 8:53. There's nothing on her channel saying yes or no. I cheat. I draw the lines on the back. Yeah, but this is awfully dark. I can't see the back. With my pencil. But I do that too, and sometimes when you want it facing the other way, drawing on the back is a good thing. All right, this goes in here, and this sweater goes like this. Oh, I might have to trim it a little, or I can put it over. Let's trim it up a little. My hand's shaky. I've already had my coffee this morning. I probably drank too much. Although I did not make a full cup today. Alright, I think this needs to be a little shapier. Could have it. I'm going to bind this side, so I'm going to put it over here like this. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. And then I can put this over here and maybe put something in there. This is the tag, and this is the back. This should be the 21st. Now what we could do is go back to the journal. Excuse me. What did I do with the journal? Let's see if I can put a facing page in on the back, because there's nothing on there. Let's see what I have. Let's see what I have here. This is already cut. Not quite the size, but we can make a tree out of that. And it matches. It's a little bit smaller than the page, but I could compensate for that. I like this layout. So let's grab these this page is going to be the page. So we're going to take it out, and we're going to take this page out. We're going to fold this up. I wanted to work with these. I never got to it. My amaryllis plant, amaryllis tag. We'll come back to these. We never got to my birds. I think I'm going to have to pick this up tomorrow morning because it's getting late. I don't want to run into Lori's time. So I'll pick this up tomorrow morning. And we've still got this flower. Could become part of that tree, or it could go down in there. Let's cut this out. And we got the time to fussy cut that. And we'll work on this tomorrow. I need my smaller scissors. Whatever they may be. And see this, what I just cut off, could be used for the cuff on the sleeve over here. That's just a scrap, but there's other scrap here that I could use for cuff. Let me get this flower cut out. Well, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. Enjoy the day, enjoy the weekend, enjoy Christmas week. And then we fall into New Year's. And after Christmas, probably sometime this weekend, I'm going to do either a live stream or a video for all the members in the membership group of that composition book project. So watch for that. That's one of my goals to this coming in 2026 is to devote more time to the members. It's kind of has fallen off of the edge of the page, so it might go good on an edge. I don't like it over there. I like it maybe in here someplace. We'll leave it there for now. And once I get this all decorated up, we'll work on this tomorrow morning. It'll be good. This is December 22nd page. All right. And I don't know what you guys are seeing, but this is a dark color. This paper matches perfectly with this over here. On my tablet, this is so much lighter. This is a beautiful color. This came from Debbie Epps, I think. It matches this beautifully. Bye, Arlene. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Kimberly, for the wonderful name block there. I'm going to leave it out probably all year. Oh, I love it. I love it. And thank you to everybody else. It's been a great year. You guys have made it a wonderful year. Have a great day. Have a Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. Kimberly says, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. I count my blessings for you. Oh, how sweet. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you go. It's 9 o'clock. If Lori comes on, go say Merry Christmas to her. Bye, everybody.